Back at the Stegman Coliseum. We're through 3 rotations. Southeastern Conference Gymnastics. Chris Marlowe, Kathy Johnson-Clark. We've got a sellout crowd. 2 of the top teams in the nation. Number 1, Georgia, and number 3, Alabama. Alabama performing well on the floor. The highlight, Alexis Briona, 9.950. Georgia able to put together some good routines. On beam, Marlene Stevens. Another outstanding performance at 9.9. Georgia gets 49.25. Alabama 49.45. After 3 rotations, Alabama leads it 147.9 to 147.725.
As I expected, it would be close going into this last rotation. It's a great rotation. With Georgia on floor, but frankly, they do more difficulty on this event. Every single pass.
We mentioned the top teams in the nation. 2 of the top 3 are here. Georgia's number 1. It's based on average score now. Georgia number 1, Utah putting together some strong performances. Number 2, Alabama, Oklahoma, Nebraska, Michigan. You don't see UCLA.
Rankings can be very misleading mid-season, particularly if there are some college teams who have injuries. They're not competing their best on all events, so that'll change as the season progresses. It's just an indicator of what's happening right now.
Let's get to the balance beam. Reagan Tomasek is gone. She got a 9.85 to lead off the tie. Then Tiffany Byrd fell. She got a 9.175. Shannon Rozek, a 9.575. She had some wobbles and bobbles. So now it's up to Alexa Martinez.
It might be impossible if Georgia stays on the roll they're on over on the floor exercise. Unfortunately, they're going to have to count that 9.575. And as you've seen, most of the scores are up in the 9.8, 9.9 range. A lot of pressure. Difficult to compete, I have to say. I mean, 9,000, we said sellout crowd, but unfortunately they all need a lesson in sportsmanship here in the Southeastern Conference. I've never seen it in gymnastics. It doesn't belong in this sport when you hear people cheer when somebody falls. Pretty upsetting, actually, but they're used to it. That's what Sarah Patterson was referring to when they talk about coming here. They at least love the energy of the crowd, even if it's against them.
Well, it's something you're going to have to deal with if you're Georgia when you come to Tuscaloosa, I would think, during the national championships or when you're on the road. All right, here is Alexa Martinez. Now, Georgia has some good scores. We'll detail those for you when we get back to the floor. 4th and final rotation. This is it. Georgia, Alabama.
This is one of Alabama's best events. They haven't performed quite up to their par so far this season, but they're clean. They have a decent level of difficulty on this event. This is good practice for them. A lot of buzz, a lot of talk in the audience while they're competing on beam. You wouldn't hear it from their home crowd, probably.
Tomasek really nailed her opening performance, but since then, the next 2 performers have looked... Yeah,
that's too bad. She did her job.
Yep.
Started them off perfectly.
Coming into the 4th rotation, Alabama with a slight lead, but Georgia certainly making up the difference on floor.
They made up a lot of it over on the balance beam, but now they're really rocking on floor. And Alabama needs huge scores from here on out.
Alabama's last dual meet win here, February 2nd, 1991. What a great home court advantage this has been for the Georgia Gym Dogs. Chelsa Byrd is up next. Talia Vexler led off on floor with a 9.875. Michelle Emmons up her, got a 9.9. Lauren Simpson got a 9.925. So they're progressing nicely.
double layup. Oh, and out of bounds. That's when you want to stop the spring in your legs on the landing. 1/10 of a point. You're going out of bounds. It'll be a slight deduction for the big hop back. Definitely expresses herself through her tumbling much more than her dance. With power like this. Another double pike at the end. Most of the Georgia gymnasts are doing that. A lot of difficulty.
Nice routine. Had one step out of bounds. But pretty darn good.
Performs this double pike at the end of the routine with great ease, a little short on the landing that caused her to hop forward, so her deductions will be on those two landings.
Alexa Martinez got a good score, 9.750. And we are coming back. Fourth and final rotation. Georgia and Alabama going right down to the wire.